Hey everybody, welcome to how to fix your Whirlpool washer if you get an F35 or SUDS error and you own a WFW9600 model Whirlpool washer with the optional steam module that's inside. And a lot of these washing machines are cursed with a SUDS F35 error after a while, and there are several people that are going around saying that the problem is the pressure sensor, the analog pressure sensor, which costs about $100 brand new. And if you're like me, I actually went out and bought one thinking that should fix it. And I have discovered that that was not at all the problem. In fact, it was something quite a bit more sinister. It is the CCU on the unit, and what you are seeing in front of you right here is the CCU of a Whirlpool washer. And so we're going to turn it over here. We're going to look at the components on it. And a lot of this may look like nonsense to you, but to me, it's actually not. And so what the problem is if you look, there are capacitors. And capacitors work like small batteries, and they store energy and they release energy. And what is happening with these units is it's not, and this is I suspect this is the case in almost all of these things, is the analog pressure sensor is actually just fine. It is actually this bad CCU. There are some people that have successfully changed out their analog pressure sensors and actually gotten their machine to work. But I'm always wondering if it's a temporary thing, because what is actually happening on this CCU itself is the CCU is failing. What is failing specifically are these capacitors. And they're really, it's only two capacitors on the unit, and this is a, if you look at it carefully, it's a 2200 UF 10 volt capacitor. And so there you go, it's a little more focused. And so that, if you how to examine if a capacitor is good or bad is simple. Here's some bigger capacitors on here, and if you look very carefully at these capacitors. So now that I've installed those new capacitors, I'm running a test, a diagnostic, and as you can see, if you've got the F35 SUDS error, you'll go nowhere. This will stay C00. And how you do that test, by the way, if you're like, how the hell do you do that test, Jared? Is you set your machine to rinse spin, and then you set your spin speed to no spin, and then hit deep clean 4 times within 5 seconds. And that will put it in diagnostic mode. If once you're in diagnostic mode, it starts doing this, the machine's working. It's totally fixed. And I'm telling you, it's got nothing to do with this piece right here, which, by the way, is the analog pressure sensor. This piece right here. It's got nothing to do with that. It's got everything to do with those capacitors I showed you in the first frame. So, and here's my ECU back installed again. And by the way, you can take this thing out, and you can't really screw it up, because each of these plugs has a specific socket that goes specifically in the actual hole, so pretty much anybody can do this. So you can take it out, plug it back in, turn it back on, and it should work. If you have any questions, shoot an email at me. But anyways, I fixed my machine, and I think you can fix yours. Bye.